worthy world champion.
Very deserving, I agree. Zarian Cody's about to win one, so
I hope so. Welcome back. We're in the final week of the show the month of August, and the show for the month. We are going into Uncensored of 1997. It happened on March 16th. Josiah, what happened at Uncensored?
Well, big U.S. title match.
Why do they keep doing it so early? I keep putting the things in my main, like, close to the top. I'm like, I love that title.
Listen,
it's so freaking pretty.
You got to draw the crowd in, man. You got to get them all on social media. Oh, wait, that didn't exist yet. So I have no idea.
Okay, it's fine.
That's a great question.
But yeah, I really like that belt. I thought it was so pretty. And it was so egotistical. It's what that belt was. That belt was
a good description of it.
It said, hey, you know what your top belt looks like? That's our secondary belt.
That's our secondary. You know. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Good on that.
I like it.
That was it was a great looking title. Let's see. So no disqualification match. You had Demon Lingo defeating Eddie Guerrero to become the new U.S. champion.
Okay. My bad. Yeah. I was complaining, but it's good. It's good wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. It went about 20 minutes too, so you know the match was good.
Yes.
Man. Of course, you got Ultimo Dragon with Sonny Ono.
Yeah.
Defeating Psychosis.
Cool.
Another 13-ish minute match.
Cool.
Let's see. You got singles. You got Glacier. I forgot about Glacier. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sub-Zero.
Yep. I honestly thought it was Sub-Zero when I first saw him. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they're introducing Sub-Zero. That's incredible.
Intent, yeah.
And like, oh no, this guy's named Glacier.
I almost wish that. So they were a part of Warner Media.
Really?
So what I mean is, wait, was Time Warner and Warner not together? Yeah, Time Warner.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, it would be. I just think it would have been cool if they would have actually got it licensed.
Yeah, that would have helped, huh? So that would have. You know what the problem was? That would have made sense.
I know. Yeah, my bad. Okay, back to Glacier.
Glacier defeats Mortis.
Oh, Chris Kanyon. You didn't know he was under the hood?
No.
Chris Kanyon was under the hood.
Really?
Yeah, Kanyon was Mortis.
Why did they do that?
Oh, well, I don't know why, but that's who it was.
Wow, never knew.
Yeah, that's cool.
I always thought Kanyon was a good-looking guy. I don't know why you put it under a mouse. Just me.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It was just a choice they made.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I don't remember James.
My sister thought Rey Mysterio was a good-looking guy.
Oh, yeah, very handsome. Very handsome. Especially when he had hair back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Still a mistake for him to take off his mask, but, you know.
They rectified that.
Yeah, they fixed it. So that's fine. Let's see. Next, you got the strap match between Buff Bagwell and Scotty Riggs. Man, they wrestled a lot, huh?
Yeah, well, so with the splitting of the American males.
American males.
Yeah, so I still keep that feud, but I do it differently because Buff never joins the NWO in my world because he was not a WWF guy.
Right.
And I'll wait till we get to my version. But yeah, they did have a lot of matches. You are correct in that analysis.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking because this is like the 7th pay-per-view in a row where they wrestled. So I'm like,
they were probably longer-term opponents than they were long-term partners.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Let's see. Next up, you got your boys in the Harlem Heat defeating the Public Enemy.
Oh, God, man, love them. You know, okay, so I'm not saying anything against the wrestling because they're great wrestlers, but I have to say, I miss tag team names. Even crap tag team names like Men at Work was better than no tag team name at all.
You miss Team Road Scholars?
I do miss Team Road Scholars. I miss tag teams.
To be fair, that was a solid name.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I just like the idea of tag teams having a tag team name. Not none of this freaking
your name and my name.
Yeah.
With the little ampersand.
Yes. So like when I play the wrestling games, I give everybody a freaking
me
name.
too.
Like
me too. That's part of the fun. I'm like, okay, what would they call themselves?
Well, especially when you have tons of options, like the Assassins. Okay, cool, I'll go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Especially if you got like the Hitman and somebody that also is like a killer, the Legend Killer and the Hitman, the Assassins. There we go.
That's brilliant.
I mean, I've never done that, but it'll work.
Yeah, I might now. I might go back and.
But yeah, back to the show.
Yep. Sorry. Let's see. WCW World Television Title match. Prince Iake defeating Rey Mysterio. And what I'm sure was a nice match.
I love both those guys.
Man, great guys. I'm still amazed that's how you spell Iake. Never how I
It's a lot of.
It was more vowels than consonants.
Exactly.
Like, it's actually incredible. Actually, I take that back. There's literally one consonant.
Yes.
The rest are vowels.
It's like, give me all the vowels.
My God. Let's see. Next up, you got your 3-way elimination tag team match. You got NWO, which is Hogan, Nash, Savage, Hall with Dennis Rodman. Oh yeah, right, Dennis Rodman. I totally forgot about Dennis Rodman for a second. Let's see. They defeated Team Piper, which is Benoit, Jerry, Piper, obviously, and Steve McMichael, and Team WCW, which was Luger, Steiner, and the Giant.
Convoluted.
Very convoluted. This is a long match. Obviously, no prizes for guessing who the sole survivor was.
No way.
It was Hogan.
Wow.
What? I know. I was shocked too. He last eliminated Luger. Luger was a killer in this match, though. I'll give it to him. He eliminated like 3 people in the last stretch.
Yeah. Are we done with that? Are we done with that?
Oh yeah, no, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, please fix it.
Oh right. This is my world.
My world.
So I'm booking the main event. This is the up until we on the spur of the moment booked Scott Hall as world champion. This was
still a great decision.
Absolutely. I don't think we were wrong at all. But this was the first time that I did something where I thought, God, they probably wouldn't do this, but I'm freaking doing it because this needs to happen. In the main event of Uncensored of 1997 is the United States Championship in a serious Mexican death match with Six versus Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
Because Eddie Guerrero and Six should get the main event. My wouldn't you? This thing's been going for 4 freaking months now. Yeah. Now, one of the months they didn't have a pay-per-view match, but the feud was still continuing.
I said the energy was carrying over.
Exactly. Oh.
So even when they
it's
didn't
not
have
a joke.
a match,
not
like,
a joke.
still had the
yes.
Still had the pot shots, the teases.
Exactly. Oh, it makes me so happy. Yeah, so I said in the original main event they booked that convoluted, NWO
nonsense
versus WCW versus Team Piper bullcrap. So I just don't like it. It's just too much. And so in my semi-main, I'll have the original NWO backed up by Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett and Luger. No. The original NWO backs up Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett, Luger, and Randy Savage, and from Team NWO.
So Dennis Rodman though?
No. I'm not booking Rodman to wrestle.
I can't believe it.
But so it's 4-on-4, but the original NWO are behind this new version of the NWO of Scott, Jeff, Lex, and Savage. They're taking on Team WCW, which is the Giant, Chris Benoit, Steve Mungo McMichaels, and Roddy Piper. They are second to. They're followed out by Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Just gave up on that.
Exactly. But yeah, so the only other change I'm making is Buff and Scotty Riggs is not a strap match because I'm doing a Mexican death match in the main event.
Right.
But so because Buff never joins the NWO, when he and Riggs separate, Buff is just an egomaniac bad guy. He's not an NWO member bad guy. And he basically becomes super American male, extra stripper guy, Buff, right? So, because in the American males, he was still Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Yeah.
And so he becomes...
I love a name, by the way, I will say. Marcus Alexander.
Oh, I know.
I love a full name.
But,
sorry, continue.
You're good. So, in my mind, to extra emphasize the fact that they're two separate and no longer even close to the same, I want to put Scotty Riggs in the denim that he would wear later on in the flock, pre-eye patch, but call him Rugged Scotty Riggs and have Buff Bagwell. That way it's super stripper Buff Bagwell versus no stripper rugged
big
Scotty Riggs.
Guy,
yeah,
Scotty Riggs.
Exactly. And so I have Buff winning because I have plans for him down the line, but I do love Scotty Riggs, and I do some stuff with him later on. Primarily when he gets to the flock, just because I love the flock. I thought Raven was amazing.
Oh, Raven's always amazing. Never a question.
And like I said, the reason I'm pushing Buff is because I know where he's going and what role he's going to play down the line. But yeah, that's my version of Uncensored. No Dennis Rodman. You have the original NWO backing up this new blood of NWO, and most importantly, this is the thing. Eddie Guerrero is in the main event of the pay-per-view with Six in a Mexican death match.
Yeah, I'm sure the match would be beautiful if it happened.
Yes, Spring Stampede of 1997. Tell me all about it.
Got it. So you know what I just realized?
What is that?
Rey Mysterio loses a lot.
I know.
So thank God he finally gets a win here over Ultimo Dragon.
Huh.
Because I didn't realize it until I was reading. I'm like, this is the first time I've seen Rey Mysterio defeat anybody. The whole time we've been doing this series.
Well, and unfortunately, as the series goes on, you're going to just keep seeing Reyes in the loser column.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan of that. But obviously, Rey Mysterio was probably one of the first wrestlers I loved to death. He's literally my favorite wrestler.
Oh, really? That's cool. I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
By far. It's literally like the first two wrestlers I really gravitated to were Rey and Cena. But Rey I loved.
Oh, I forget how much younger you.
Yeah, no, I'm a child.
It's okay. No. But like, because Brian Pillman was my number one guy.
Yeah.
When I heard Cincinnati, Ohio, I said, I know where that is. This guy gives me hope. I can wrestle.
Familiar with him.
Did that. I did that.
Did that shit.
I mean, I didn't make it to where he did, but it was still fun times.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Doing it is what matters.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Next up, you got the WCW World Women's Title match. So you got
Akira Hokuto.
Thank you. Defeating Medusa again.
Yeah, again. I told you she never wins the strap. She throws WWS away, but they refuse to ever give her one.
Well, this match only went 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I swear the only reason she was ever brought in was just so they could do the title spot. After that, they didn't care about her.
They were like, oh yeah, we have Medusa. Well, we'll just keep her around. She's not a stripper, so we can't really do anything with her. Not saying Akira was, but
right. But I get what you're saying. That there was more emphasis put on the Nitro girls who were just dancers than there were wrestlers who were wrestlers.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. As a horny teenager, I love the Nitro girls. However, as someone who appreciates wrestling now.
Well, I think there's a balance for both. Because it wasn't as if the Nitro girls were like the TNA girls in the beginning, inside the cages and basically grinding on the poles. Like they were actually just being cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Thumbs up for that, I guess.
And
it was short segments too. They were short bursts. They weren't.
Yeah, I'll give them credit for that.
It's been way worse in WWF world where it's brawl and panty matches and BS like that.
You know, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I'm not saying either one's good, but
I think one's way worse than the other.
But yes, one is definitely worse than the other. All right, next up, you got another world title match. Prince Iaukea defeating Lord Steven Regal this time.
Yeah, TV title.
Man, TV title's having some great matches. All right, let's see here. Next up, you got a tag match with the Public Enemy. Gonna try that again. Public Enemy defeating Jeff Jarrett and Steve McMichael. Where the heck did I get that from?
It's all good.
Man.
Dude, I gotta make a pitch for Jeff Jarrett's Pro Wrestling Tee store.
Let me hear it.
He has a Four Horseman shirt where every member of the Four Horsemen is himself in a different part of his career. I was like, that is some genius stuff right there.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Jeff Jarrett, man. I gotta tell you.
He was a big fan of himself.
He's a huge fan of himself. And to be honest, there were occasions where I didn't blame him. Like, he's actually class TV.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nice guy, too. I've seen interviews of him. He's always like the nicest guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
this
is Jeff Jarrett?
I loved his, what's Stone Cold podcast name? Broken Skull Session. Yeah, that's what it was. That was a good episode.
Yeah,
him and Jarrett.
Episode. Steve Austin's a surprisingly good interviewer. Like, you wouldn't think it, like, just based on, his entire career.
I think it's just because he's a personable guy.
Yeah, I think that does help, actually. You're right. Makes a lot of sense. All right, let's run through the last 17 matches. All right, next you got the U.S. title. Okay, that match is actually probably good. Demon Lingo defeating Chris Benoit by DQ. Never mind. Oh, my God, WCW. All right. It went 17 minutes just to end by DQ. Next up, you got the World Tag title match. You got Kevin Nash with 6 and DV. Wait, what? World Tag Team title singles match. What the hell is this?
Yeah. I bet you can't guess what I'm not booking.
Oh my God! What the heck is it?
It's not.
So Kevin Nash won.
This isn't the last time they'll do this either.
So Kevin Nash won the tag titles by himself.
Well, he's defending them.
Defending them, but yeah. Against okay. Oh, my brain hurts. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, later on in the timeline, they have tag team champions wrestle each other for the tag team titles. Does that make you feel better?
No.
I didn't think it would.
I hate WCW sometimes. When they were good, but when they were bad, what the hell is this? Sorry, I need to get over this brain aneurysm I'm having right now. Alright, let's start the world title. Well, this isn't open.
This isn't helping. I like that.
Oh, my God. Alright, number one contender, fatal four-way match. Of course, Luger wins, beats Booker T, who probably should have won. and Stevie Ray and the Giants.
The weird match.
Oh my God, it's such a strange match. And I guess Sister Sherry was seconding both Booker and Stevie Ray, even though they were wrestling against each other.
Yeah.
And this match went 18 minutes just for Luger to win. Okay, sorry. I know I'm not a big Luger fan.
I know, it's okay.
Yeah. The worst thing is, it's not that I hate Luger himself as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guy, so I'm assuming he's fine. But his wrestling is so boring. He's so uninteresting. He's not an interesting guy to me. So I'm just not a fan.
Do you know what I think will make you a fan of Lex Luger?
Please don't.
He got Ron Simmons into wrestling.
All right, I like Lex Luger a little bit more.
I thought you might.
A little bit more. Because I do love Ron Simmons.
Of course, who doesn't? I love that guy.
All right. So, that doesn't make me like his wrestling.
Of
but
course.
it does make me respect him a little more.
Exactly.
All right.
Because they knew each other from the NFL.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Or not NFL, college football.
College football. I was following you.
Yeah. They knew each other from football.
They knew each other from the old
Gridiron.
Ah, man. Last up, you got the no disqualification match. DDP with Kimberly defeating Randy Savage with Elizabeth.
I bet you'll never guess what I'm putting in the main event.
Nah.
Diamond Dallas Page versus Randy Macho Man Savage in the main event of Spring Stampede.
Can't believe it.
Remains in the main event.
That's good.
Because, you know.
This is a solid 15-minute match, too. I'm sure it was amazing. Kimberly and Elizabeth. Love to see it. That's all. What you got?
Oh, okay. So, on my version of this show, a lot of it stays the same. We got Ray defeating Dragon. That's why not. Akira Hokuto versus Medusa. All right, fine. TV title.
Can you give him 5 extra minutes, please?
Absolutely. I generally cut at least one match per the show because they usually go like 9 to 10, and I usually stick to like 8. Because I like to have that playroom.
Yeah.
But I keep Prince Iaukea and William Regal because I like both those wrestlers.
Fair.
But my first change is Chris Benoit teams with Steve Mongo McMichaels instead of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, okay.
And they take on the Public Enemy. Next up, we have a U.S. title match. 6, who won back the title from Guerrero on TV, is defending against Dean Malenko. I wrote here, the weird singles tag title match is merged with the odd 4-corner number 1 contenders match, becoming basically a championship scramble match.
You're setting those 2 matches on fire.
Exactly. Yes. Both those things. It's just like, oh, this is weird, and I don't like it. But yeah, so.
And considering it takes up 30 minutes of the show, I think that's a good decision.
So now it's 3 guys: Luger, Nash, and Rick Steiner, versus 3 guys from NWO versus 3 guys from WCW: Booker, the Giant, and Eddie Guerrero. The winner of this
little scramble situation.
Merged match is Eddie Guerrero. He gets his he becomes number 1 contender and gets a shot at the title on a Nitro.
Okay.
Hall's still champion.
Okay.
And so main event of a Nitro being Scott Hall, Eddie Guerrero. Who doesn't want to see that? Big fan.
So quick question, because I don't remember. Mm-hmm. What was Eddie's finisher back then? Was it still the Frog Splash?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I gotta remember when his tag partner passed, so he.
Oh, it was before he blew up in America.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
just checking it.
Yeah, that would be Art Barr, by the way, for those who don't know. So
quick history lesson for you.
Absolutely. So after the match with Hall and Guerrero turns to chaos and neither guy wins, I have J.J. Dillon, who's like figurehead guy, say that since Diamond Dallas Page defeated Randy Savage in the main event of Spring Stampede, he and Guerrero will have a fatal 4-way on Nitro versus Hogan and Hall. This is where Hogan wins back the title to get things back to the way that they were, just because
get it back to normal sound.
It's like Hulk Hogan spray painted it to be a belt. It's what Bischoff liked. It's what people are used to. So on a Nitro before Slamboree, we get the strap back on Hogan. And tell us, good sir, what happened at Slamboree on May 18th of 1997?
Well, You had my man, Lord Steven Regal, defeating Ultimo Dragon for the World Television Tournament. What happened to Prince IK? He trip and fall?
He must have, yeah.
Well, if anyone was going to beat you for a belt, it probably would have been Ultimo Dragon. But Lord Steven Regal.
He had the hell of a collection.
Well, Lord Steven Regal, big title change there, so good for Regal. Always love seeing him be successful. Oh yeah, that's right. Luna Vachon was in WCW.
Luna Vachon, yeah. Who would have thought? I mean,
man. Well, she was losing Medusa's. That's probably what I forgot.
Jacqueline, Alundra Blaze or Medusa, Akira Hokuto. Like they had great women's wrestlers.
Phenomenal women's division.
And it just they didn't do anything with it. Yeah,
this got
it's very much forgotten.
You know what the worst part is?
What's that?
Every women's match I've seen
has Sonya Ono in it.
No, this one actually does not.
Oh my goodness!
But that's also because there's no Japanese wrestling.
I know. I'm just kidding with you.
No, it was a good joke though. No. Every women's match I've literally that you've written down on this list has gone 5 minutes 9 seconds. Every single one of them.
What are you doing? I said 5 minutes.
And they literally cut them off at 5 minutes. And you know what? I think these extra 9 seconds was entrance.
Probably.
Oh my God, those poor women. And they were all so talented. Luna was so talented. She was such a good wrestler. All right. And let me see. Let me flip the page.
If you haven't watched her Dark Side of the Ring, you should.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Oh,
absolutely phenomenal.
I freaking love Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, such good. Like you
good S word.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying not to curse, but yes, good S word. Oh man, because I learned so much about her because I didn't know she was like with Gangrel at any point in time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was absolutely shocked. I'm like, I could see it, but it was just like, I didn't know that. So it was riveting. It was a riveting watch.
Yes.
Definitely give it a watch if you haven't. It's on Hulu, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yes, Rey Mysterio wins a match. Woo! He defeated. Help me out here. Yuji.
Oh, you need Yuji Nagata, right?
No. What?
Oh,
yes,
yeah. I was wrong. It's not Yuji Nagata.
I was about to say, there's no way they're letting him beat Yuji Nagata.
Well, I just remember him showing up at some point, but I don't remember this guy.
Yeah. Yuji Yasiraka.
We'll go with that.
Yuji Yasiraka. Well, whoever it is, Rey won.
Yeah.
Who cares? Woo! I'm sure it was a great match. It went 15 minutes, and Rey Mysterio's Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yes.
Let's see. Glacier defeats Mortis.
Yeah, it's not a repeat. Yeah. You're good at seeing WCW do matches. I mean, you're good at seeing wrestling do matches over and over again.
Okay. Well, the match ended in DQ in a minute, so couldn't be that offensive, huh? Couldn't have had that on a random nitro or nothing. Okay. Let's see. U.S. title match. Dean Malenko defeats Jeff Jarrett. Excellent. Hey, guess what WCW's about to have, boss?
What's that?
A death match.
Oh, yeah. I literally put here in big, bright red letters, I said, no death match.
Well, you got Mean defeating Chris Benoit in a death match. Went about 14-ish minutes. 14, 15 minutes. Cool.
Both those got really good wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ming,
no, I'm not knocking them. I'm just like, this is like the 90th death match. And
we're only 5 weeks into this show.
And granted, I haven't watched any of these WCW death matches before, but I'm assuming they're not as death matches as death matches.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
They're hardcore matches. They're Falls County War matches.
Was there any blood? No. If you did that means no. So, no death match.
Yes.
Like, at least with AEW, Moxley was bleeding all over the place.
Oh, for sure. Multiple people bleed.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Yuta was bleeding on a regular match.
That was one of Cody Rhodes' calling cards. He's like, I'm having a match. Let the time.
I'm having a match. I don't think I'm bleeding yet. Say, what's that? I can't bleed on this one. I'll set myself on fire.
I'll set myself on fire.
As much as we tease Cody Rhodes, we do love the guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Excellent man. Hopefully his boob healed by the time this goes out. Let's see. Next up, you got a tag match with the Steiner brothers defeating the Dungeon of Doom. Which show did go?
Not in my world, but yeah, they lived for way longer than they ought to have.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is news to me.
That's why I ended them in the first episode. I was like, no more Dungeon Doom.
Yep.
We're not Ha Town. We're Serious City.
Like, this is 7?
97, yeah.
And they're still together?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay. Next, you got a singles match. You got
Every time they rewrite history in documentaries, they want to pretend like, oh, the NWO ushered in the era of reality, which they should have. They should have. That's the reason I do that. But you had guys like Glacier and Mortis who were video games come to life. You had characters like the Dungeon of Doom, which were jokes. It's like, no, Sorry, go ahead. Finish the show so we can get to the good stuff, please.
I got you.
Thanks.
All right, we got a few more matches here. Steve McMichael defeats Reggie White. Don't remember that match at all.
It's football nonsense crap. Ugh, sorry.
And it went 15 minutes, so it was long football nonsense crap.
Yeah.
You got 6-man tag. You got Kevin Green, Ric Flair, and Piper.
Football nonsense.
Defeating NWO's defeat. Looks like it's Nash Hall and 6 on this one.
It is.
And then that is it. That was the main event. They have that. It's the main event.
Yeah. Let me tell you about my main event. How about that?
Please do.
Eddie Guerrero's in the main event again.
Woo!
This time, much like the television match, but this time it's minus Scott Hall. It is Eddie Guerrero. It's WCW stacking the odds against Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It is Eddie Guerrero versus Diamond Dallas Page and Hollywood Hulk Hogan in the main event. I have bad news.
No.
I know.
Don't even tell me.
You don't want to hear it, but Hulk Hogan wins.
Whatever.
So, Santa Hall beat down Guerrero, and Nash and Savage beat down Page during the match. So it's basically, it's not 2-on-1 WCW versus NWO. It's 5-on-2 NWO versus WCW. It's done in a logical sense to make the babyfaces look sympathetic. But here's the other big thing that happens in this match.
Yeah.
We see it all the time on TV. Not now TV, but when you watch Nitro back then, Sting came down and would confront the NWO. Well, that happens in this match.
Ah.
So after Hogan cheats to win,
this is official Crow Sting.
This is official Crow Sting.
Gotcha.
Baseball bat. He's like, I'm
cool as can be.
Setting the ground. You know, I'm laying it down, letting you know I'm coming for you. So honestly, that's really the only thing I booked for the show because it's just that important. Guerrero in the main event once again. Diamond Dallas Page in the main event once again. Proving that there's talent in or on the WCW side, and then also setting up that Sting exactly, setting up that Sting is the man, because I wrote here that in 5 months I'm putting a world title. So, but in the future I am putting the title on Sting because they do it in real life. I do it just a little bit earlier, but Sting was over. He was popular. And I'm going to do it in a much cleaner, more
succinct.
Well, and less convoluted fashion. None of this Bret Hart bullshit. I mean, crap with
See, it's not just me that curses
referee
on these
stuff. Sorry, this stuff is really getting to me with the football players and the non-wrestling.
Listen, if I see one more death match on here, I'll probably be right there with you.
All right, last show of the episode. It's the Great American Bash. It happened on 6/15/1997. What went down, my good sir?
Well, Ultimo Dragon defeated Psychosis in a banger, I'm sure. You had the Harlem Heats defeating the Steiner Brothers by disqualification again. Just let them know. This is a pay-per-view.
That's why we're doing this.
That's
why we're doing this, sir. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. We're cleaning it up. We're making it better. We're getting rid of the crap. None of the DQs.
It's a pay-per-view. What do you need a DQ for on a pay-per-view?
I know.
What was the point of that? You can do that on TV.
You should have done it on TV. I know. And here's the thing: if you did it on TV, then you could set up a stipulation for the pay-per-view. Give people something to pull you in. I know. I'm with you. That's why we're doing this.
Next up, Conan defeats Hugh Morris. Awesome. Glacier wrestling a different person now.
Oh my goodness.
He defeated Wrath.
Oh, you're gonna love this. Wrath is the tag partner and stablemate of Mortis.
Of course he is.
So they
explain why Mortis is out there with
yeah. So they were managed by James Mitchell. Well,
sorry. Well, he's Vandenberg, but Mitchell
is. But yeah. So in the pre-Vandenberg days and the post-Vandenberg days, he's James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister.
Yeah, you know what? I remember it now because I watched
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring,
exactly.
And I completely forgot that James Mitchell was his Mortis's manager.
Yep.
Because
of all the hard times they had together.
Right. Yeah, especially those crazy stuff. Man, Dark Side of the Ring is great. That was wild. I didn't know any of that with Canyon.
Oh, you didn't? Unfortunately, I did. I wish I didn't. So, recently...
I knew he was gay and I knew it caused problems. I didn't know
how you're just talking about the severity. Yeah, absolutely.
The levels to which, it hit. Yeah. So, definitely crazy. What in God's green earth is this, man? So it's a WCW Women's World Title match. So, I got good news and bad news. So first of all, Medusa's career is on the line. Second of all,
I forgot what I forgot what was coming until you said that. Now I remember.
Yep. Very nice of them. They gave this match 11 minutes.
Oh, that's double the usual.
Yeah.
What was the finish, good sir?
Medusa lost.
Of course you did, because you didn't do anything for us.
Oh my god.
As a company.
Oh lord. Listen again. Good for Akira. Hokuto. You had Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
And you made her retire.
Yep.
Why?
Well, and they don't stick to it anyway because it's pro.
Well, yeah, because it's pro wrestling.
Yep.
But still, just the logic, it hurts my head.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and walk out the door now because it's another effing death match. Woo!
Yay!
And it's the same one as last time. No, sorry, I lied. I apologize. It's Chris Benoit defeating me.
But aren't they the ones who did the San Francisco one?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's
sure.
a repeat. It's a repeat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a repeat. No, I'm sorry. They did the last death match. I was right. They just switched the results. That's why I thought it was a different thing.
Yeah.
They got me. You got me there, WCW, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever.
It's not 40.
Yeah, I can't do math, so.
It's okay.
Lord, Kevin Green wrestled. I don't really care. I think he defeated Steve McMichael again.
Yeah, it's football nonsense.
All right. Let's see. Last two matches of the show here. We got the Outsiders. I like the Outsiders. Mm-hmm. They defeated Flair and Piper, and it looks like there was a finish. It's a 10-minute match, but there was a finish.
That's crazy.
Love to see it. In this match I probably would like. Mm-hmm. Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth, of course, defeating Diamond Dallas Page with Kimberly.
Can I tell you about my main event?
Please.
So, my main event, we have the Mega Powers of NWO, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man.
Taking on Eddie Guerrero and Diamond Dallas Page.
That match sounds beautiful.
This match is happening at the Great American Bash, and it's happening inside of a steel cage.
Nice.
More importantly, the cage has a cap on it.
Like War Games lid?
War Games lid, yeah, a cap. Okay. Just because there's so much NWO nonsense that they put a cap on. But the cap doesn't stop the NWO from coming out.
Because I'd be shocked if it did.
Right, but what it does is by having the cap, we lower Sting down onto it, and he hits the NWO members with the bat, and he's like, "Get out of here, you freaking so-and-sos."
I can actually see the crowd going wild for that, too.
And so the finish is Diamond Dallas Page hitting the Diamond Cutter on Randy Savage and getting the 1-2-3 because Hogan doesn't take falls. I mean, who are we kidding up in here?
God forbid.
God forbid. So that's the main event of the Great American Bash because again we're building towards Sting and Hogan.
Yep.
But we're also building Diamond Dallas Page and Eddie Guerrero as top guys.
Love it.
I have a reason for doing that, but we'll get to that when we get to
I'm sure we'll get to it.
But I mean, it's also the same reason why that Booker T was in the first WCW Outsiders match because again, you've got stars, build stars. Not everybody has to be in WWE
stars. I will say,
yes,
it would have been better if you kept on your Sting shirt from last week.
I know, but
it's all good.
Jericho worked for WCW.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I like to have variety.
Fair enough.
But so a lot of the show stays the same. We got Psychosis and Dragon. We got I keep Akira Hokuto and Medusa. I most likely wouldn't end her career because why would you? I don't deathmatch Ming and Benoit, but you can keep the match. That's fine. So I have Kevin Green, McMichael switching places with going on later. Because it's just a placeholder before we get that big main event. Filler match, but it's a singles to go between.
It's a pee-break match.
So exactly. So because before that match goes on, I have Piper teaming with Flair to take on the Outsiders. So it's a tag match. Then we do that singles, go take a leak, and then we do the big tag cage match main event. Yep. And so that way that it puts variety in. It lets you, like you said, go get that popcorn, get rid of your drink, that kind of thing.
Yep. Get rid of your drink. I like that.
Thanks. But yeah, that was the big happenings at the Great American Bash. It's been so much fun. I hope you're having a good time. I hope the viewers are having a good time. So when we have all these hard things to go through, like the repeat death matches and the crap finishes, I just want everybody to know that's the reason that we're redoing it. That's the reason that on Wednesday nights we remix WCW.
Ah, look at that.
And
Killing the title in there. So
exactly. So come back next week. In September, we're going to keep going, and it's going to be a hell of a good time.
Love to see it. See you then.
Bye.